In part 1, we faced nightmares shaped by darkness and deep time. But some of the most disturbing shark forms were never meant to stay hidden. They swim in open water, they move through reefs, coastlines, and shallows. Their size, structure, and silhouettes are impossible to ignore. This time, evolution doesn't whisper from the abyss, it confronts us face to face. Welcome back to Top Wonder. This is part 2 of our countdown of the scariest-looking sharks on Earth. These 10 species don't rely on ancient darkness alone. Their fear comes from extreme proportions, unnatural body plans, and movements that defy what a shark should be. And as we move closer to number 1, those shapes become increasingly difficult to rationalize. 10. Epaulet shark Hemicillium ocellatum. At first glance, the epaulet shark appears almost harmless, small, patterned, resting quietly on the seafloor of shallow coral reefs. But its body hides a capability that feels profoundly unsettling once understood. This shark doesn't always swim, instead, it walks. Using its muscular pectoral and pelvic fins, the epaulet shark crawls across reef flats, rock pools, and exposed seabeds, sometimes completely out of the water. During low tide, when oxygen levels drop and other fish suffocate, this shark simply keeps moving. Its biology allows it to survive with extremely low oxygen supply. Blood flow to the brain is reduced, metabolism slows. Neurons tolerate conditions that would shut down most vertebrates. Visually, this creates an eerie contradiction, a shark behaving like a reptile, moving with deliberate steps rather than fluid motion. Its eyes remain alert, its body remains controlled. Watching a shark crawl across the ocean floor feels wrong, not because it is violent, but because it violates an unspoken rule of how sharks are supposed to exist. 9. Dwarf saw shark Perstyophorus nansire. The dwarf saw shark looks like a blueprint error. Its elongated snout stretches forward into a narrow, flattened blade lined with sharp lateral teeth forming a biological saw where a nose should be. This rostrum isn't decoration, it's a weapon. The shark sweeps it side to side through schools of prey, stunning or slicing targets before consuming them. Electroreceptors embedded along the scythe-like movement buried beneath sand, turning the entire head into a sensory blade. Despite its relatively small size, the proportions are disturbing. The body feels secondary, the saw dominates the silhouette. Its eyes sit behind the rostrum, giving the impression that the shark exists only to support this singular structure. In murky water, the shape becomes even more disorienting, an approaching outline that looks more tool than animal. Evolution didn't smooth this design, it sharpened it. 8. Sawback anguil shark Squatina aculeata. The sawback anguil shark doesn't look like a shark at all. Its body is flattened, wide, and ray-like, allowing it to vanish against sandy seabeds. From above, it resembles a piece of terrain rather than a predator. But when viewed from the front, the illusion collapses. Its mouth opens forward, not downward, its eyes sit high and unblinking. Along its back run rough, saw-like ridges that give the species its name. This shark hunts by ambush. It waits motionless until prey drifts to close, then explodes upward in a sudden burst of motion. The transition from stillness to violence is instantaneous. The unsettling part is not the attack itself, but how easily the shark disappears afterward. Within seconds, it melts back into the seabed, becoming landscape once more. It's not a swimmer, it's a trap. 7. Zebra shark Stegostoma tigrinum. The zebra shark looks deceptively elegant. Its long tail, rounded fins, and patterned skin create a graceful outline, especially when young individuals display bold stripes that later fade into spots. But linger on its face. The head is broad, the mouth is wide and positioned far forward. When opened, it reveals thick, crushing teeth designed to pulverize shellfish and reef creatures. Its body moves with slow, deliberate confidence, gliding across reef systems like a sentient shadow. There is no urgency in its motion, only inevitability. The visual discomfort comes from contrast. A shark that looks ornamental, almost decorative, yet carries the mouth of a grinder. Beauty and force coexist here without apology. 6. Wobbegong family or Rectolobidae. The wobbegong doesn't chase prey, it waits. Flattened against the seafloor, its body is covered in elaborate patterns and skin flaps that break up its outline. Algae, coral, sand, everything blends together. Even at close range, it's difficult to tell where the shark ends and the reef begins. Around its mouth hang fleshy barbels, giving it a grotesque, almost bearded appearance. When the jaws open, the illusion shatters, the mouth is massive. The teeth are sharp, the strike is sudden. The fear comes from proximity. Divers often realize a wobbegong is present only after they are already within reach. And from this point forward, the scale changes. Until now, these sharks unsettled us through shape, camouflage, and movement. But the final 5 don't rely on subtlety. Their forms dominate the water around them. Their silhouettes stretch beyond comfort. And once you see them clearly, there's no mistaking what they are. 5. Hammerhead Shark family Sphyrnidae. The hammerhead shark looks like evolution made a deliberate gamble and never looked back. Its head stretches sideways into a flattened, hammer-shaped structure that instantly breaks every visual rule we associate with predators. The eyes sit at opposite ends, staring in different directions, giving the shark a field of vision that feels almost unnatural. From below, the silhouette is deeply unsettling. The body looks familiar, but the head does not belong. It appears too wide, too exposed, too deliberate to be accidental. This structure enhances sensory perception, allowing hammerheads to detect electrical signals and movement across a wider area. But visually, it creates the sense of a predator that sees everything at once. There is no blind spot, no angle of approach that feels safe. When hammerheads move in schools, dozens of these shapes cut through the water together, an array of living tools gliding in formation. The effect is hypnotic and intimidating. This is not a shark that blends into the ocean. It announces itself through form alone. 4. Thresher Shark Alopias vulpinus. The thresher shark's body appears almost normal until the tail comes into view. Its upper caudal fin stretches impossibly long, sometimes matching the length of the entire body. The proportions feel wrong, as if the shark was designed around a single exaggerated feature. That tail is not ornamental, it is functional and violent. Threshers hunt by accelerating into schools of fish, then whipping their tail with explosive force. The strike is fast, precise, and disorienting to watch. Prey is stunned or killed without a single bite. Visually, this creates a disturbing contradiction: a predator that attacks from behind, a shark that leads with its tail instead of its jaws. When the thresher turns sharply, the tail curves through the water like a biological scythe. The movement dominates the scene, pulling attention away from the head entirely. Evolution didn't streamline this shark, it exaggerated it. And the result is a predator that feels less like an animal and more like a moving weapon. 3. Basking Shark Cedorhynus maximus. The basking shark is enormous. Second only to the whale shark in size, its presence alone alters the scale of the ocean around it. But it is the mouth that defines its appearance. When feeding, the shark swims forward with its jaws stretched wide open, forming a massive, hollow tunnel. Water pours through as plankton is filtered out. From the front, the animal seems incomplete, more opening than body. Its gill slits wrap almost entirely around the head, creating a structure that looks industrial rather than biological. The mouth remains open for minutes at a time, unblinking, unmoving. There is no aggression here, no chase, no violence. And yet the image is deeply unsettling. Standing near something that large, watching it glide forward with an exposed interior triggers a primal response. The body understands scale long before the mind does. The basking shark doesn't threaten through action. It overwhelms through presence. 2. Whale shark Rhynchodon typus. The whale shark doesn't resemble a predator, it resembles a moving wall. Its body is vast, thick, and patterned with pale spots that break up its outline, but not its size. The head alone is wider than most boats. The mouth opens like a cavern, capable of swallowing enormous volumes of water in a single motion. When it swims overhead, light disappears, the ocean dims, perspective collapses. Despite its gentle feeding habits, the sheer mass of the animal triggers instinctive fear. The eye is small, the face is flat, the body feels less like flesh and more like geography. Its slow, steady movements amplify the effect. There is no urgency, no reaction to your presence. Just continuous motion, as if gravity itself is passing by. The whale shark doesn't need teeth to intimidate. Its scale alone rewrites the meaning of large, and when something that big moves without effort, the ocean stops feeling like an environment and starts feeling like a container. 1. Broad-nosed seven-gill shark Notorhynchus cipedianus. The broad-nosed seven-gill shark looks like a predator built from an older, harsher blueprint. Seven-gill slits line its throat, an ancient feature rarely seen in modern sharks. The head is wide, blunt, and heavy, giving the animal a solid, immovable appearance. Its eyes are dark and expressionless. The mouth is large, filled with jagged, uneven teeth designed to tear rather than slice. Nothing about this shark feels refined. Its body moves with slow, deliberate confidence, not speed, not stealth, control. This is a shark that doesn't look like it needs to rush. Its form suggests dominance through inevitability, through mass, through certainty. When it approaches, the water seems to tighten around it. The shape feels complete, final, as if nothing about it requires improvement. This is not a design meant to impress, it is a design meant to endure, and that is why it earns the top spot. These 10 sharks complete our list of the 20 scariest-looking sharks on Earth. In Part 1, we explored forms shaped by darkness, pressure, and ancient deep-sea evolution. In Part 2, fear emerged through size, structure, and silhouettes that dominate open water. Together, they reveal just how far evolution can push life beneath the waves. If you haven't seen Part 1 yet, the link is on your screen now. Subscribe to Top Wonder and stay curious because the ocean still holds far more than we're ready to face.